Here we go, people. Let's go live. You guys know what that music means, right? The boomer music. Good morning, everybody. That means it's time for Hot Topics, the Don Lemon Show. Good morning, everybody. Back from the road. I'm a little road weary. I'm a little exhausted. Hope I don't look too tired. Do I have the dark circles? What is going on out there on YT? I almost said it. And also on the TikTok. What is going on? How are you guys doing this morning? We have a lot planned for you. Did you take out the garbage this morning? Did you take out the trash? Why is everybody so obsessed with the word garbage? What is going on? It's crazy. I feel like nothing like some water. I feel like we are in a whole nother world. I feel like this is more of like a Saturday Night Live skit that has become all too real, right? What am I talking about? By the way, let's check in real quick before I tell you what I'm talking about. What I want to know is a couple of things. Where are you this morning? San Antonio is where Debbie is, San Antonio, Texas. Vegas is Lily. Let's see. Where are you guys from this morning? Someone's calling. Oh, yeah, the Twilight Zone. It is a Twilight Zone, TPM. It certainly is a Twilight Zone. Good morning to all from Ribbles, Lipscomb. I'm so glad that you're here. Biloxi, Mississippi is Shanti. It's garbage day in Biloxi, Mississippi. Yeah, we're going to explain, but are the other two really the same? I don't know. I don't think they're the same, but I think it was unfortunate. Bartow, Florida, Yolanda. Marie Marfell, hello to you. Good morning. Seattle, Edmonton, Jacksonville. Los Angeles. I love it when I ask you guys. It goes crazy. I wish you guys, as much as when I ask you where you are streaming from. Hi from Houston to Miranda 77. I wish you would hit the thumbs up button as much as you do that. I wish you would hit the hearts, the thumbs up, the follow, the subscribe button as much as where PA says Von Rivera. Alton, Illinois says Ron Green. Ireland. Charlotte, you're in Ireland. Louisiana, hello. Croman's mom. These names are going by so fast. Maybe I don't get them right. Hello, Carolee in Michigan. Hello from Connecticut to Petros, Dunwoody, Georgia. Monet Ellington. Reality TV, says Dennis. So anyways, if you also have TikTok, if you're out and about, we're live there. And we're happy to have all of our folks on TikTok join us this morning. How are you, folks? It's good to see all of you. This thing is in the way. This is a lamp that you can see it. You can't see it if you're on YT, but there's a lamp right over my head. It's one of those hanging.
We are also live on Instagram, Don.
Oh, we're also live on on the gram. Can we just say that? We're also live on the gram, but you can't see I have a hanging lamp in my home. I'm in my home today. I'm not in the studio. Hello, Annie in Prescott, Arizona. What is it like in Prescott, Arizona? So guys, good morning. Listen, before I get into it, I just want to know, because I'm going to show you some of this. I have a Q&A up. What's voting like where you are, Lemonheads? What's voting like where you are? KY in Sandy Springs. What's voting like there? Hello to you back. What is voting like from Colin? Colin O'Connor is in Vietnam. Wow. Did you do your mail-in ballot, Colin? Michigan is here. Michelle, what is it like in Michigan? Man, so I'm dressing like a MAGA weirdo for Halloween. My outfit came. Wait, what? My outfit came with free ketchup, says Matt F. Okay. So how is it going where you are? Hello, Puerto Rico. Daniel Ortiz, let us know. Daniel, you're in the chats. Let us know what's up. Let us know how people are feeling in Puerto Rico about all of this garbage gate and such. Okay. But so I just want to know, tell me, calm voting in San Francisco Bay area. I voted this past weekend. It was quick. They got us in immediately. The ladies were like, oh my gosh, hello, Don Lemon. How are you? They said I was much more handsome in person, which I could never understand that when I was on the TV or on here when it's kind of filtered. And when I was wearing all that makeup on the TV, how can I be more handsome in person. What are you guys talking about? And then one lady wanted an autograph, blah, 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 blah. So there you go. So yesterday we were in Pennsylvania. Amazing. All the things that we learned. We were in Lancaster County, which is a very pivotal county. Lancaster County usually goes red, but it may go blue this time. And the folks there certainly are feeling a certain kind of way about this election, about the changing demographics in their town, a red town that's turning blue. A lot of people are like, hey, I'm voting. I don't want to, I'm afraid to tell you, or I just want to keep it private. It's not really neighbor against neighbor, but you can tell it's certainly a bit tense there. And they understand just how important their county is and really the responsibility that they have. So while we were there, Senator came over, the mayor came over. We talked to the senator and the mayor. So you're going to get to see all of that. Even spoke to some folks who said, hey, Don Lemon, you're not going to like what I say because I think I'm a big old lib from the CNN. And then once we started talking, they're like, wow, it was really interesting. I like talking to you. And I even gave one guy a book. Yeah, so there you go. Okay, so here's the deal. I really want you guys to, I want your feedback this morning. Again, make sure you hit the thumbs up, make sure you like and all of that. We're live on YT, we're live on the Gram, and we're also live on the TikTok. So here's what I would like to, what is going on with all this language? Is one side just, you know, making it up? Are they really outraged? Or are they just using this, you know, because of politics? That's what I want to know. Okay, so here's the deal. We call it garbage gate because there was an unfortunate gaffe by President Biden. Did you see that? And it is being seized upon by the right wing, being seized upon right-wing media, being seized upon by MAGA folks, by Donald Trump spokespeople, by people in the Republican Party as a distraction from Puerto Rico gate, garbage gate disaster. It is really unfortunate. And there's just 5 days. Can you believe 5 days to go until Election Day? Definitely reached a desperate stage in this campaign season. Republicans and Democrats are smearing their opponents with ugly accusations and insults. Although I don't want to do false equivalency there because I think it's more on the Republican. Not I think it's more on the Republican side. I know it's more on the Republican side, and it's really Donald Trump. I think it was an unfortunate gaffe, an unforced error by the current president that should not have happened. I think I know what he meant, but it did not come out that way. I got to be honest. It did not come out that way. Okay, and we're going to play it so that you can see it. Make sure we have that soundbite so that you can see it. Biden and his team should have been smart enough to know that, like, stringing supporters and garbage together while talking about Trump could lead to problems, while talking about MAGA could lead to some problems. May Money, thank you for your support of independent media. As a Black girl from Oakland, California, I couldn't be more proud of VP Harris. Thank you, May Money, for that. I appreciate you supporting independent media. Thank you so much. So whether he meant it or not, he really poured gasoline on a fire, everyone. He really poured gasoline on a fire that had already been burning. It's smoldering since this weekend. Gave plenty of not smoldering, burning, plenty of justification for ammunition against Republicans. Do you agree with that? What do you think? Ammunition to Republicans, I should say. But the hypocrisy in all of this is really breaking my brain. It's just the, oh my God, the faux outrage. Oh my God, as soon as I said it, faux outrage from MAGA says In Through the Outdoor. One of my favorite songs by Led Zeppelin. Well, there's a light in your eyes that keep shining. Can you guys believe I know that song? I'm a little loopy this morning because I didn't sleep that much. Okay, so the faux outrage, really, it's such faux outrage. It's such hypocrisy. It's all breaking my brain. Trump is really going to, you know, fake injury. You know what the fake injury is? Oh my gosh, over the word garbage, okay? Everything he has called people, you would think like he'd be like, he'd keep his mouth shut, but no, he cannot. He cannot do it. Okay, so let's talk about garbage gate. Now, how do I want to start this? Is there any way to get the original garbage comment up, not the one from Trump? I should have thought about this, but the one from this weekend. Is there any way I want to compare and contrast?
Yeah,
so
stand by.
We'll go in order of the list that we have. That's producer Andy, who's on the other line. But I want the original one to go. Well, actually, yeah, I want the original one to go up. right? Because then Biden responds to it. Biden responds to it. So anyway, I want to know what you guys think. Bone Spurs, says Beth Bear. Mr. Anderson says he wasn't wrong, meaning I'm sure you're talking about Biden, right? He wasn't wrong. Be Present says garbage gate. Yeah, we're talking about all the garbage things. We're going to show you what's going on and we're going to hear from you. JD says we're all too offended. Casual observer. Well, I think there's a little bit of truth to that, but I think there are times when people should be offended. And I think there's, I believe in, there's nuance in context. Okay. Mango Mussolini, says Ashanti. Okay. See, that's name calling, but you know, hey, that's up to you. We're in the comments. Do what you want. Just keep it respectful.
I've got the clip down.
Okay. So let's play. This is the original comment from the weekend that started off, sparked garbage gate. Let's all listen in to what's going on, especially you.
Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there. Again, normally I don't follow the national anthem, everybody. This isn't exactly a perfect comedy setup. There's some people here. All right. Very good.
Yeah. This Bish Annoyed AF says the pearl clutching is blowing my mind. I love your name, by the way. This Bish. I love that. Yeah, the pearl clutching. Okay, so that is the original comment. That was an intended comment that was vetted by the Trump campaign, loaded into the teleprompter, and approved and loaded into the teleprompter. Now, then there is this Zoom call where President Biden is speaking to folks. I don't really know the exact context because I just haven't done my homework on it, so forgive me. But he was asked about this comment, and this is how he responded. And I want to tell me what you think about this. Here it is.
Or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization is seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American.
So Biden gaffes, he's a speech impediment, meaning he has a stutter. So I think that, what he meant is like the rhetoric coming from them, but that's not how it came out. And you have to be honest. If you actually listen to what he said, if you could play it one more time, Andy, I would appreciate it. But just listen to it. And again, I want you to tell me what you think. But
Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization is seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American.
So the campaign, the Biden administration has responded, the White House, saying that he's talking about the rhetoric and that he thinks the rhetoric is garbage. Okay, but anyway, it sounds like he called supporters garbage. Do you agree with me? This one is going to be more interactive than most. Gaff Supreme, says Shannon Meshbane, like, yeah, oh my gosh, Joe, no, Ashanti, right. His supporters, Bibo Spud, fair enough. CH Dominique says, so at least Biden was being anti-racist. DK says Biden isn't wrong. No gaff, MAGA is garbage, says, well, someone who supported independent media. Who is that? Thank you, I appreciate your support. I don't like to call people garbage. I do believe it is Jesus UCSB. Thank you for your support. I don't like to call people garbage. I can say their ideas are garbage. I think their ideas are trash. You have some trash ideas. It's like when I tell people your words and your comments are homophobic, but that doesn't mean that you're a whole homophobe, right? And people could not understand the distinction. I remember when I first came out on CNN and I had this boss there, and he would say things, and I would say, "What is it? Why are you being so? Why are you?" I told him, "Your words or your thoughts are homophobic," and he goes, "Why are you calling me a homophobe?" I said, "No, I'm not calling you that. I'm just saying what you're saying right now is homophobic. I don't believe that you are. I think that maybe you're misguided or you are just not aware of something. But I've known you for a long time. I don't think that you're a complete homophobe, right? Like I can say something that would be insensitive and you might think, oh my gosh, I can't believe Don said that. But that doesn't mean the whole me is that. Do you guys get that? Do you get that there's nuance? Like someone can say something or maybe exhibit some behavior, but doesn't mean that their whole being is. Dana Smith Page says, Joe misspoke. Trump and team means it. I agree with you. I think that is true. I do believe that Joe Biden misspoke. And I know Joe Biden, and I know Biden was clear to me, says blind mellow jelly. What do you mean? Tell me what you mean if you mean he's clear. You think he meant it? And do you agree with him? So I think that he misspoke because I know Joe Biden would never. I just don't believe he's just not that kind of person. But it was unfortunate because that's the way it came out, and that's what it sounds like. Marshawn Perkins says facts. So you agree with him. Linda Frecker says, yes, I get it. Linda Frecker says, yes, I get it. So I think that he misspoke. But it's unfortunate. So I want to now turn it over to my friend at MSNBC, Lawrence O'Donnell, who's slamming the media over this whole garbage coverage, this garbage gate. Here it is.
Reporter ever asked Donald Trump about that statement? Not one. The day Donald Trump called Kamala Harris supporters garbage, no one wrote a headline about that. It wasn't a news story. The poisonous American candidate for president who uses Hitler's language constantly and calls Democrats garbage, that was not news. But the very same news media that ignored all the times Donald Trump has called American citizens and American voters scum and garbage actually tried to turn Joe Biden's use of the word garbage into a controversial news story today. And to do so, they had to refuse to listen to the actual sentence Joe Biden spoke. They had to refuse to look at the written words of that sentence. They had to refuse to understand English grammar. They had to refuse to understand what a singular possessive is. They had to refuse to understand what apostrophe S means. They had to refuse to remember what they learned in elementary school about the English language. And they can do that because this campaign is being covered by some of the best reporters I've ever seen and by some of the worst reporters I've ever seen.
Amen, Lawrence.
The worst of them actually tried to create a controversy today and tried to equate what President Biden said last night to what the man he was condemning said in Madison Square Garden. And those reporters know that that is false. But it is the kind of false narrative that panicked, stupid campaign coverage exists to amplify.
Yes.
Not one of the reporters who got excited about this today asked Donald Trump to name the good things that Adolf Hitler did after Donald Trump was quoted by his White House Chief of Staff, John Kelly, saying, quote, Hitler did some good things.
Okay, pause it there. So here's the thing. I agree with Lawrence to a certain extent. Like, look, you got to ask folks about it. What he said, that's what came out of his mouth. Again, there is nuance. There's also history of what people have done, Joe Biden's character, Donald Trump's character, and the two, you cannot equate the two. I hate the false equivalency in the media. I hate that people think like, well, just because Joe Biden said this and whatever, and that Donald Trump said this or whatever, that they're the same. They're not the same. Again, especially they're not the same if someone says to you, I did not mean to say that. That's not what I meant to say, and I'm sorry, rather than, I don't know who this comedian is. We don't vet comedians. I have no responsibility in all of this. One person is taking responsibility. The other is not taking responsibility. And sometimes when people tell you, hey, that's not what I meant, there's a whole thing. Listen, you know my history. This is what I meant to say. That is not how it came out. That has happened to me. So no one can say, there is not one person who can say that Joe Biden is a bigot, racist, and is anti-Puerto Rican. That would just be bullshit. You know that. But I want you to listen. This is why I say the pearl clutching, the false equivalency, the hypocrisy is at not 100, it's at 1,000. And no one knows how to use to capitalize on something better than Republicans, better than Donald Trump, better than the MAGA. Okay, and I'm going to show you that. Democrats, come on, get your shit together, man. You need to start doing this stuff. You need to start doing politics and messaging just as well as the Republicans do it. Okay? So the Lincoln Project has put together this, I believe, a compilation that will prove my point. Here it is. Roll it.
Her, it's the people that surround her They're scum. They're scum. And they want to take down our country. They are absolute garbage.
Total piece of garbage.
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 Talking about garbage.
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 Talking about garbage.
I'd love to be nice, but I'm dealing against real garbage.
Garbage. Garbage.
Garbage.
Garbage.
Can I use the word garbage?
Garbage. Garbage.
She's scum. She's garbage.
This scum. This garbage.
Pile of garbage.
First time I've ever said garbage. A garbage can. We're like a garbage can. Garbage can. Garbage can for the rest of the world. We're a garbage can. How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden. For Joe Biden to make that statement, it's really a disgrace.
Now, how is that? Tell me that's not hypocrisy. Tell me that's not some bullshit. It's BS. I'm sorry. It's not the same thing. Not the same thing. Case in point, someone who can actually, again, proving the point, Lincoln Project for the win, says Evelyn Adonis. You're right, for the win. It's true. And that is just a small, 30 seconds, a minute compilation of the time. Just a couple of the things that Donald Trump has said. Remember, he calls, you have SO countries, you've got SOBs that he's called, all kinds of things that he's called people. So the pearl clutching, spare me. And you know what? Democrats, you need a candidate or someone that'll just say, really? Get the F out of here. Do you know what Donald Trump does? Do you know what he says to people? Do you know what he says about people? Do you have any idea? Do not bring me that BS. That's what they should say. But instead, they're too careful. They're too careful, and they allow their opponent every single time to steal the narrative. When they have snatched defeat from the jaws of victory, or victory from the jaws. No, they snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. That's what they did. They have a win. Happy, you're right. Straight BS. Thank you for supporting independent media. They have a win, and they go, we cannot win. Let's just let the other side steal the narrative. Get out there. Don't run away from it. If Kamala Harris is asked about it, you know what you say? Really? Come on. Who are we talking about here? Now, look, I don't want to call anybody garbage. I didn't call anybody garbage. But the pearl clutching for Donald Trump, you think Donald Trump and the MAGA folks are really upset for someone making a mistake and saying it's garbage? Give me a break. Give me a break. I'm not even going to dignify that with an answer, because you know the answer. Donald Trump has spewed nasty rhetoric just about every demographic, every single demographic of voter in this country. Just think about it. Where we were, it's just so easy. My gosh, it's just so easy. Think about where we were this time in 2016, the awful things that he said about women on that Access Hollywood bus, and he has the nerve to clutch his pearls about someone who got their words out wrong and said the wrong words. Nobody should be calling anybody garbage, but no one should also be saying they're going to grab people by the pee. It's so easy. Pull your victory back out of the jaws of defeat and stop running away and hiding from it. Donald Trump is problematic, and he has said so much bullshit about everyone. He calls everybody names. It's not one group. Puerto Ricans, immigrants, Hispanics, black people, black women, black men. Everybody's dumb. They're sons of bitches. They need to shut up and dribble. Women, because he's a star, he can grab you on a Tic Tac. And it's so funny, like Gen Z is just finding out about this. So, like, it's trending on social media now, the whole Access Hollywood thing. That's why it galls me, like when I'm on college campuses and I'm talking to these kids and they have no idea. They're like, well, it's a lesser of two evils. And I'm like, really? Where have you guys been? I forget that they were 13, 14 years old, 15, not even paying attention to politics. And they have no history. There's no wisdom. They have nothing under they're just young. Now, I have nothing against young people, but with age comes wisdom. And young people don't know what they don't know. They think they know everything. And so now they're just finding out about the Access Hollywood tape. So Democrats, what I'm saying, even Harris campaign, even Biden, like, you don't have to be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Why can't you just say, really? Are you kidding me? Would you like me to roll a tape? Can one of my assistants, my 300 assistants back there, can someone just give me a transcript of 5 times that Donald Trump has said disparaging words about people? That someone from MAGA has said disparaging words about people. Oh, let me tell you, just on CNN the other day, a Trump supporter told a Palestinian person or a Muslim person that he hoped their beeper didn't go off. Okay, shall we go on? What are you afraid? They're afraid of their own shadow. That drives me crazy. I want them to be stronger. What I've been saying to my friends who were laughing, they were saying, well, what do you want? You know, Kamala Harris is damned if she does, damned if she doesn't. Yes, I get it. She's got to be, like, the rules are different for her as a Black woman and all of that. And I get that, right? And people are going to judge. If people are going to judge you, if they're going to judge me, and I'm just going to tell you, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to tell you. If that's what you think of me, then okay, you think I'm angry, then here, take it. But what we need in this moment, I've been telling people who are old enough to remember, is that we need Alexis Carrington Colby Dexter. And we don't need Linda Evans being, what was her name again? Crystal Carrington. We need someone who's going to come in as a badass and say, yes, okay, here I am. And I'm going to be your president. And let me tell you why. And you're not going to stand in my way. And so don't bring me some bullshit about Donald Trump and garbage, right? So here is, again, turning the narrative. Donald Trump taking back the narrative. It's a dumb stunt, but here he is with a garbage truck. Here you go.
I don't know anything about the comedian. I don't know who he is. I've never seen him. I heard he made a statement, but it was just a statement that he made. He's a comedian. What can I tell you?
Okay, that's not the original one. That is one that's a parody one, but they made it look like an episode of Veep, and they're like, I've never seen an episode of Veep before, because that's something that you would have expected on Veep. Now, here's the thing: when I say taking back the narrative, so Donald Trump jumped into a garbage truck, put on this thing, right, to get people to distract from actually what he said on Sunday, and to get people to talk about that instead of Sunday. He looks dumb. He looks clownish. It's clownish. But guess what? It's going to go viral, and it'll take the narrative back. And instead, you got them going, well, I don't know what you meant to say, or just hiding from it. Don't hide from it. And I would say, look, if someone asked me and I was running for president against Donald Trump and they asked me about that, I would say, look, I don't know if Donald Trump is the one who needs to be associating himself with a garbage truck, considering his character and the things that come out of his mouth. Because a lot of things that come out of his mouth, especially what he says about women and whatever, is garbage. So I'm not sure if I was Donald Trump that I'd want to be associated with that. Punch the bully in the face and don't cower from him. Don't let him steal the narrative. But there's a much longer video. By the way, when he was getting the truck, he almost fell down. That could have been disastrous. Lucky for him, that did not happen. And all he did was get in the truck, garbage truck, put the put the Trump thing on the side of it, and he just drove around in circles and some flags and drove around in circles in a parking lot. My God, how embarrassing. How embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for him. One person I love who has the moxie and who gives it to him every single time, right? Don, she answered him on the runway. I don't know what that means. Explain to me what that means. Was she on the tarmac or something, or she answered him or whatever? Tell me what you mean. Okay. Is Wajahat Ali, who was on Piers Morgan's show, and they were discussing just the pearl clutching and all of this that's going on. Here it is.
This is me playing the world's smallest violin for all the fake outrage of MAGA and Trump supporters, who I believe are the most fickle, brittle, weak people on earth who can dispense cruelty and demand civility,
Great outreach
who
to
hate
voters.
safe spaces for everyone, want safe spaces for themselves, and who, by the way, with this
Great
hypocritical
outreach.
fake outrage, the reason why I don't think most people will care is because people know what Trump is for the past 9 years. And just yesterday, Donald Trump, who is running for president, Joe Biden is not, and Joe Biden, he's 81 years old, he has a stutter, and by the way, I appreciate the context that he gave. I don't think he needed to, but he did. Donald Trump yesterday, final pitch to the country. You know what he called America? A garbage can. Donald Trump said all of us, 340 million Americans, live in a garbage can. Yep. Yes, he did. Yesterday in his speech, he said America is a garbage can.
Yes,
yesterday, Donald Trump said Democrats, who are the majority, are sick and evil people. Yesterday, folks, Donald Trump, when confronted with these offensive comments,
context. If you talk about context,
let me finish,
context.
Ben, don't gish gallop. Ben, I'm about to kick your ass.
Pause,
Don't gish gallop. Just listen to me. I listen to you.
So when he says calling people Hitler, now listen, Kamala Harris, the vice president, did not call Donald Trump Hitler. That's what they like to say. Kamala Harris was referring to, she didn't use the word Hitler. That was his former chief of staff, John Kelly, who said that he had an affinity for Hitler. Now, when asked on CNN about being a fascist, she said yes. She didn't call him Hitler. You know who called him Hitler? Again, I will tell you, J.D. Vance, the person who is running with him, his running mate, called him Hitler. So every time they say that, you should say, are you talking about J.D. Vance? But they don't. Okay, here's Wajahad.
Yesterday, when Donald Trump was confronted,
okay?
Just let me listen. I'm going to do it with a smile on my face.
Hang on.
Calm down. I hate this fighting. I hate it when they bring people on just to fight. It is such cheap television when they bring people on just to fight. I hate it because you get nothing accomplished out of it. But because that would have been, even if they had just two people on where you can have a conversation and the anchor can control it rather than people talking over each other. Didn't we learn our lesson from this? Why? I don't know. Why is Pierce doing this? Why is like cable news still doing this? But anyways, go on.
Beat you up.
Don't talk over each other because people can't hear. But I do really hang on. I do
want to see.
Hang on. I do want to see Vajrahat try and kick Ben Ferguson's ass. So off you go, Vajrahat.
Not gonna happen.
All right. I'm going to do it with a smile on my face. I'm going to do it relaxed. Yesterday, when Donald Trump was confronted with, I'm glad you and Ben and Pierce agree that it was horrific, disgusting comments against Puerto Rico, black people, against Jews, against Palestinians, against women, which, by the way, have rallied Puerto Ricans all across America. You know what Donald Trump said? No big deal. Yesterday, this past week, J.D. Vance said, get over it. J.D. Vance, his vice president, is the one who called him Hitler. By the way, guess who said that Donald Trump praises Hitler? Four-star General John Kelly, just in the past 2 weeks. In the final 2 weeks of his campaign to unify America, you know what Donald Trump said? That the people who are against him are enemy of the people, another Hitler line, and he said he would unleash the military and the National Guard against U.S. citizens, against immigrants and migrants. He said he will invoke the Alien Sedition Act.
Oh, please. What is Ben shaking his head for? It's true. He said all those things. And so, I mean, I should not be surprised. I know Ben. Actually, look, in person, Ben can be a really nice guy. As a matter of fact, I have a lovely pair of cowboy boots that Ben gifted me. Thank you, Ben Ferguson. I wore them yesterday as I went across Pennsylvania and got lots of compliments. But Ben knows better. He knows better because Donald Trump did say all of those things. Okay, let's see how much longer is in this.
Turn Japanese Americans. This is the same man who ran against the same man who promoted a neo-Nazi conspiracy about Haitian immigrants eating pets, even after he was told it was a lie. The Wall Street Journal, funded by Murdoch, not a left-wing rag, a right-wing outlet, reported that him and Vance were told it was a lie. He still said it, which has caused stochastic terrorism in Springfield, Ohio. So this is Donald Trump. The majority of people don't care. The majority of people know Biden apologized, he stuttered, and the majority of people saw Kamala Harris at the ellipse. 75,000 people came. You saw the last point. Last point I'll make. 75 75,000 people came out to see Kamala Harris at the Ellipse. I'm so glad she was at the Ellipse because you know why? It's a contrast. Kamala Harris was there for the Constitution, for the United States of America, for the rule of law. Donald Trump incited a violent insurrection. And just 2 weeks ago at Univision, when the 56-year-old Latino construction worker asked him to apologize for it, he didn't. And you saw that view of those Latino women. He is going to lose. I'm here for the MAGA tears. They're sugar for my chai.
There's sugar for my chai. Okay, look. I thought Wajahat was great. Again, too many people talking over each other. It could have been Ben and Wajahat, and that would be enough. But again, you know, Piers is like, don't talk over each other. That's why he brought him on. He brought him on to talk over each other, and I hate it when they do that because you don't get anything out of it because people just talk over each other. And the whole point of it is for people to understand, not just a fight. It shouldn't be just a fight. Freddie Reed, thank you very much. Don, you and Roland Martin need to tour together to reach a wide range of people. I love independent media giving us the reels. Please stay safe while telling the truth. Thank you very much for that, Freddie. Yes, Freddie Reed Davis, thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Thank you, Happy. Wow, Happy, thank you. It's very generous of you. Don, you are in a right space and right time, so continue being bold when you speak. Lemonheads and LemoNation support you. Sometimes you just have to say it like you feel it. F it. This is YouTube and not at NN. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. And not CNN. So look, yeah. It's total hypocrisy. So Democrats, come on now. What are you thinking? What else do you guys want to talk about? Let me go to the comments real quick because that's what I have prepared for you today because I've been on the road. What do you guys think of our stuff that's on the road? By the way, check out The Root. The Root put out a nice little story about what we've been doing. And I'm glad that someone recognized that we're trying to foster conversation out there rather than, again, nothing against my fellow streamers or influencers or whatever. I don't consider myself an influencer. I guess I am a streamer now. So, you know, I don't know, but I'm not going to Trump rallies to make people look stupid. I'm not going to Trump rallies to embarrass people. I actually want to hear what people are saying and how they feel. And if there is an opportunity to inform them or educate them, then I will inject. And I see all of your comments where you say, why didn't you school this person? So because if you step in right away and you start fact checking people the moment they open their mouths, and they're going to shut up and they're not going to talk to you. So you have to let them talk for a bit, and then you have to foster conversation. And then you start a conversation with them, and then they become comfortable and they do what? They start to talk. And then I get the opportunity to inform them, to correct them, to fact check them, or what have you. Now, many times, those people don't want to be fact checked, and so finally, when you start doing it, they'll walk away. And many times they don't. They'll stand there and they'll talk with you, and we'll have a very animated discussion and debate. And there's no yelling, there's no fighting. Okay, so there you go. Hey, I'm so glad that you guys say that you love me here. Yeah, because I can say I don't have to worry, as you say, giggles. No more corporate boards keeping you limited on speaking. No, I'm here. So thank you. Tough watch when you interview young people who either don't care to vote or vote the way that their parents are. Yeah. Yeah. I love the last two black men you talked to with Don. They were so whatever. Okay. They took the comment off the screen. I can't see it. They took it off. But anyway, so yeah. Someone says, Mateka Toch says, Trump, the great white hope. If you're a Trump supporter, I don't mind you being in the comments. If you think he's a great white hope, then great. You just said the quiet part out loud, the great white hope. Manteca Stotch, the great white hope. What do you guys think Manteca means by the great white hope? What is that? I don't think that there's much room for discussion because it is what it is. What does that mean? The great white hope. Thank you, Angel Calloway. I love me here too. My friends have noticed that you have been on the road and talking to random people and getting their thoughts on the election. You are walking the walk. Deborah Graves. Yes, I am. That's what I'm trying to do. And then there's more to come before the election. There's more to come on election night. On election night, great white hope is quote from Jesse Peterson, who is black. Well, yeah. Oh, is that guy? Oh my God. Aw. All I could say about that guy is aw. Aw. Jesse. Thank you, Joseph Ray, for that. I forgot about that guy. I saw him on with David Pakman, and I just felt bad for him because David, like, just in a very polite, intelligent way, just really exposed him. So, yeah. You and Don, you and Roland Martin are the best things that ever happened to our ears about this corrupt bunch of mega fools. I think you meant MAGA. Thank you. Listen, I don't know if Roland and I do the exact same thing, but I've known Roland for a long time. Much respect for what he does. He does what he does. I do what I do. And I hope he can, I wish him continued success. And yes, Roland, we'll call you out. I think our, the way we do it, you know, is different. Our approaches are different. Super KB says, I am here for the Don marathons. Is that what you call it? A marathons? Is that what you call it? Today is just a little bit more of an informal show because, again, as I said, I've been on the road and there's a lot to do. And this is our hot topic. So we're just talking. You are loved by the Lemonhead, says Winky Campbell. Thank you, Winky. Thank you for your generous support as well. You are both needed, says Tammy Britton. I agree. I think it takes all kinds. So guys, I'm hearing so much out there. As I was saying, I was in Pennsylvania yesterday and I spoke to a lot of Puerto Rican folks, even some Puerto Rican business owners, and they're not happy. Tuhan Anderson says, Don, you need to be running. Running what, a marathon? Because I do not want to run for office. No. Are you guys kidding me? Do you really think that? I think I'd be out pretty quickly because I'd have to cuss a you-know-what out immediately. And you guys don't think I'm too like provocative and too controversial and maybe polarizing in some way? Because I am outspoken. I am a completely emancipated person. And my boss, who actually ran the company for a long time, said, I love what you do. I just want sometimes, I think I'm going to get you a sign that's on your desk or a lighted sign in the studio that says, remember, you're on TV. Because I would forget that I'm on television. I just start talking to people because I think that's how it should be. When I sat there, I felt like I was in my living room and hey, this is the kind of conversations. Oh, I'm sorry. I screwed up. I said something I shouldn't have. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's move on. So, but you can't have that these days. You just have to have like sort of false equivalency and faux outrage and fighting. Why are we fighting so much? Why are we fighting so much? So the reason I asked you guys what it was like at your polling place, what it's like voting where you are. And then I said, why are we fighting so much? Because I'm actually concerned. Yesterday, we did a show on, on the potential violence. And I know it's like, wasn't one of the shows that, where people I'm giving my opinion and I'm talking to you and I'm, on my high horse and preaching. I just thought it was important that you needed to know about the potential violence for election workers and for actually people going to the polls. Yes. Are you going? Mozilla says, are you going live on November 5th? Yes, I am. And tune in early because we're going to be live. I'll tell you, we're going to be live. We're going to be out on the streets. I'm going to be out on the streets, man on the streets, live here on election night. So all the things that you're seeing on our social media and the clips that I put up from the people who are around the country where I'm going up and I'm talking to them, we're going to be live on election night doing the exact same thing. You know why? Because that is penetrating, I think, more than anything that I've ever done in my entire career. People walk up to us and like, oh my gosh, I've been watching your videos all over social media. They actually come, as you have seen, they come from miles around. They'll see us live on TikTok. They'll see us live on a platform and they will actually, people ran from their dorm rooms, from their apartment buildings to come and talk to us and give us their opinion and give us their take on the election. So if you guys want to hear what is happening in the nation, what's happening at the polling places, what's happening, what people are talking about in the bars, what people are talking about on the streets, then you need to join us on election night. Now, here is the amazing thing about us, is that we are in your pockets. We are on your phones. You can, if you want to watch traditional television, you can do that, but you're going to have your phone and you're going to be on social media. You can be on YouTube, or you can be on TikTok, or you can be on the gram, or you can be on wherever, watching us. On FB, we're going to be on every single platform live that evening. And we will be out talking to you. And guess what? If you are Lemonheads and you have subscribed to our show on YT, you too can be part of the show. You can be on the show. Your face can be on the show. Your comments can be on the show. You can stream in with us. It's going to be real. It's not just going to be people like sitting around at a, just there, right? Let's go to the board. Let's see where the vote's coming in. You can get that, but it's going to be a place for you to be able to blow some steam, to relax, to take some of the tension away, to just to be heard on election night. You can come and say, Don, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. I'm so tense. Please come to me. I'm in the Lemonhead. I'm in the waiting room for the Lemonheads. Please put me on because I'm freaking out. I went to the polling place today and I'm so nervous or whatever. And then we'll put you on. We will put you on. Yes, you are right about that, Terry Jackson. Sold her soul to Trump. And guess what? Keeps begging to go out on the campaign trail. And he's like, nope, don't want you. Help the anxiety, says Kitty Muse. That's what we're trying to do. We're going to help your anxiety. So we have something really special planned for you. It's going to be different and unique. It's going to be unusual. And then you're going to all of a sudden fall in love with it. And you're going to say, how did I ever watch election coverage any other way? What MAGA folks don't understand is that people do not hate them for their beliefs, but dislike them for what they're willing to ignore. Good luck, Don. What? Oh my gosh, good work, Don. Stefan Bruno, thank you for your support. And what a really profound comment. What MAGA folks don't understand is that people do not hate them for their beliefs, but they dislike them for what they are willing to ignore. Good work, Don. I have to say, I agree, especially with the second part of it, that what you are willing to ignore. But also, I find some of the beliefs toxic. And here's the thing. As we were talking, I had social media producer Chris and I were driving through and going around Pennsylvania yesterday. Is that when these people, when you talk to them, they'll say, hey, look, Don, we don't agree. I'm way red or whatever. And I'm like, you don't know that we don't agree. You just have some idea that what you've heard about me on Fox or on another channel or what you've heard about me in other places. You think that that is true. Right? You think that that is true. Lunell, hey, Lunell. My friend Lunell, Lunell, the comedian. She says, I'm a Lemonhead. She's tuned in. Hi, Lunell. She's tuned in to us. I think she may be on the TikTok. So what you think you know about me is because of someone has portrayed me as a character on Fox News or some social thing, or someone has said something about me, right? Sandra says she's pathetic. Oh my gosh, you guys are going in on her, Sandra and folks. Donna N says, just thank you for your support, Donna. No comment. Didn't make a comment. So then when they finally start talking to me, we actually have a great conversation. They're like, oh my gosh, I actually like you. Thank you, Debbie of Deb Yvette, reading the book. I'm glad you're reading the book. I gave a book to a man yesterday who said that his faith tells him that it's not okay to be gay. He doesn't agree with being gay, and on and on and on. Love Lunell. I love Auntie Lunell. Jay West, yes, as well. I love her too. And so he, the whole thing about being gay is that it's like, so I don't, it's not, doesn't, I'm cool. I can still talk to you. I didn't even say, some of them didn't know it. Some of them did. And one guy did. And I said, and he started telling me about religion. And I said, well, I just wrote a book about God and religion. And I think I have one copy in the car. And if you'll hold on until I finish the interview, I'll give it to you. And he goes, yeah, please, I want you to sign it. And he waited around. But by the way, just so you know, I'm not saying that about this man. But usually the folks that really have the issue, they're usually fighting something inside. They usually are. It's something that they want to condemn because maybe it's something that they feel or have experienced or just, Maybe they have sort of, maybe they're repressed, just on and on. But usually people who are not, they don't hate and they don't say, they just say, you do you. So let me get back to, so election night, you're going to love election night. And I'm going to have a hard time if I ever have to go back into a studio after election night, because it's really going to be raw. And we're going to be, as they say, we outside. We're going to be outside. We're out there. We're going to be out there and hearing it all. Does that make you nervous? Look, we're on social media. We're on the YT. We're out here on digital. We don't have any restraints. We will watch cable news that night so you don't have to. Evelyn Arroyo, thank you. Don, thank you for your support to my people and my island, and Puerto Rican flag, American flag, and a blue heart. Thank you. You should hear what the folks had to say in Pennsylvania yesterday. I think it's going to make a difference. I told you it's going to stick. Remember the Trump folks said it wasn't going to stick. They weren't worried about it. Now they're out doing garbage cleanup. They are doing the garbage cleanup, out here in garbage trucks, embarrassing themselves. My gosh. So the reason I said to you about the safety show that we did yesterday and about what's happening at your polling place is because people are losing their damn minds. They're losing their damn minds. This is what's happening at one polling station. Now just watch this craziness. Thank you, Kai Laker. Thank you. Thank you, Ogo Parker. Thank you. This is what's happening at one polling station. Watch.
Oh, wow.
This is my motherfucking right here.
Wow.
Why is it defending you? All right, then shut the hell up and let me vote.
Okay, Jamie. Okay, we ain't got nothing else to say. We ain't got nothing else to say.
Wow.
Next thing.
There it is right there.
Wow. Oh, wow, God. Oh.
Don't do that.
Wow. 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 I'm not going to work with him. You may want to help with him.
People have lost their minds. Did you see that? What did you guys think of that? And I fear that that's going to happen in more places. There was an outside scene of that, and I thought that I sent it, but I guess I didn't. This is in Orangeburg, South Carolina. He refused to take off his cap. It is prohibited inside of precincts. And he assaulted election workers. And so when you hear someone say about the acts of certain people being garbage, it's hard sometimes to refute that. Now, there was a gentleman that was outside, I believe, who confronted this gentleman, and I don't know where is it. I wish I could find. I thought that I sent it to the producers this morning. Oh my gosh. Wait, I'm seeing something here that I can't believe what I'm seeing. How embarrassing. Oh my gosh, I'm going to send you guys this so that you can get it. And I'm going to send this to my producers. This is crazy. Let me know when you get this. Just that's so you know what is happening. But anyway, there was a gentleman who confronted him outside, and he said, you know, why did you call that? You know, why are you calling women? Because he called that woman the B word. And then he said, you know, don't you have a mom? Don't you have sisters? Don't you have whatever? And he said his mom was passed. He goes, how long ago did your mom die? And so he confronted, and the guy had a Trump sticker on the side of his car. And is that where we have gotten? Is that what we've come to? Is that what we've come to, where we're calling people the B word and we're ignoring the rules? Hang on one second.
I have that new clip done.
Okay, let's play the new clip and see if you guys recognize this person. I'll tell you who it is. This is Vivek Ramaswamy. Embarrassing.
Hey. USA! You are the man. Ready to take out the garbage. Good to see you guys. Love you, brother. We took out some trash today. Good luck. Good to see you. We took out some real trash. Good to see you, man. How are you? Very good, very good. Good to see you. How are you? Good to see you. You're good trash. Thank you. Yeah, we had some fun with this today.
Aww. Aww. Is that giving you Tim Scott vibes? I just love you, man. You know, people don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Like, you can, there are ways that you can stand on your own and stand for things rather than to the comments. Wow. Wow. Dumb and Dumber, someone says. Well, you guys in the comments are rolling with this one. Would you ever reduce yourself to do something like that? For what? I don't understand why anybody would want to do that. Look, you do you, but that's embarrassing. It's Julian Williams. Yeah, it's very sad. I'm trying to process that. Like, my mom would come and she would say, have you lost your damn mind? Didn't I raise you to have some dignity and respect for yourself? What are you doing? What are you doing? And then she'd slap me upside of my head. She'd say, Don, you don't have to do that. I raised you better than that. Didn't I raise you better than this? I mean, wow. Anyways, so as I've been saying, thank you, Motown Mini. I appreciate it. I am so happy you checked in you checked the fold in real time when you were on CNN. Yeah, it's just wow. Well, and here we are. Okay, so remember I told you, I don't know if I put it on social media about which one did I just send? Was it Nicki Jam that I just sent? Yeah.
Yeah, I have that one.
Nicki Jam is a big Puerto Rican artist. And remember, Nicki Jam was up on stage. Donald Trump thought he was a woman and said he was hot or cute or sexy or pretty or something like that. And didn't know, thought it was a woman. So obviously Donald Trump had no idea who Nicki Jam was. And so it was just using him. Karen Sheets says, I love your show in this format. It's sad that they are digging their own grave. Yes, you dig one grave, you better dig two, because the next one you dig just might be for you. Yeah, she's hot, Thomas Al Aglione. That's what Donald Trump said about Nicki Jam. Nicki Jam is a male artist, and Nicki Jam has now rescinded his support of Donald Trump. let's take a look at it. I think it's in Spanish, but you'll see. This is Nicki Jam saying, I just can't deal with
Mi
it.
gente, normalmente yo no soy una persona de contestar este tipo de cosas en las cámaras. Pues en mis redes sociales me refiero, una entrevista así. La razón por la cual yo apoyé a Donald Trump era porque yo pensé que era lo mejor para la economía en los Estados Unidos, donde viven muchos latinos, vivimos muchos latinos, me incluyo, muchos inmigrantes que están sufriendo por la economía, y él siendo negociante pensé que era el mejor movimiento.
Translate for me, guys.
Nunca en mi vida pensé que un mes después iba a venir un comediante a criticar a mi país y hablar mal de mi país. Y por ende, renuncio a cualquier apoyo a Donald Trump y me echo a los lados a cualquier situación política. Puerto Rico se respeta. Nicki Jam.
Translate for me, guys. What did Nicki Jam say there? Because it's up on the screen what I sent. It's up on the screen what I sent. But Nicki Jam is saying that he can't do it. He's handsome. Grandma approves, says Dorothy. Didi says he's pissed. He thought Trump was the best choice for the economy. Me gustas tu 2024 says. I thought there was an English version of this as well. There might be an English version as well. Ambrose says he appreciates the change of mind. He gets no kudos from me rescinding his support. It shows that neither Nicki Jam nor T did their due diligence before they decided to partner. He said that he thought Trump would be better for the economy and that he was voting for Trump. He said he supported Trump for economic reasons, but Trump cannot disrespect his people and country. Danita Hamilton says he's a hottie and should never have supported him in the first place. I just hope he didn't vote for him, says Janie. I agree with you. Bob Z says, in my 88 years, I've never seen so much hate. Bob Z, are you 88? What is your secret? Congratulations. 88 years old. Let me get out of here. It's time. I've been up here for an hour. Okay, guys, look, I love you. I'm so glad that you're on with me. Thank you for putting up with me rambling on whatever. And here's what it says. The reason I supported Donald Trump is because I believed it was best for the United States economy, where a lot of Latinos live, a lot of immigrants that are suffering over the state of the economy, with him being a businessman. I felt it was the right move. That's why I'm renouncing my support for Donald Trump and stepping away from political conversation. Puerto Rico deserves respect. That's a translation. Okay. Nicki, Donald Trump is a terrible businessman. I appreciate what you've done now. Before, I did not. Donald Trump is a terrible businessman. You guys have to, please. I live here in New York. And not that I do my research, but I have a lot of smart people around me who have translated, who have interpreted what Donald Trump has done in business, who have studied Donald Trump, who's written books, who have been associates, advisors of Donald Trump. And you know what they say? He's a terrible businessman. If Donald Trump had just left his money in the stock market, he would have more money now. Donald Trump bankrupted casinos. Nobody bankrupts casinos. Casinos, the whole idea is to take your money. Donald Trump is a terrible businessman. Trump Steaks, Trump University, Trump Airlines, Trump, all of it. Belly up. He's an awful businessman. So don't buy that BS. Okay, so by the way, especially all you folks on TikTok, where are my Halloween stuff? Why aren't you sending me Halloween things? Why aren't you sending me ghosts or whatever? It's Halloween. Happy Halloween. You know what? I have to give my credit, some credit. Oh, wait. Before I do the Halloween. Yeah, look, Halloween, some credit. Because this is what the Boston Police Department did, and I thought it was really cute what they did. I'll just show you a little bit of it.
Hello, everyone. I am Officer Kenneth Grubbs of the Boston Police Department, and today I am Officer Grubsy Tiger. And as we gear up for a night of Halloween costumes, candy, and fun, let's go over a few quick tips to make sure that everyone has a safe and Spooky Halloween.
First, set a curfew and plan a route with your kids. Try to keep them close to home, sticking to streets they know well.
Remind them never to enter a stranger's home or car. Only go to houses with porch lights on and skip the ones that are dark. For extra peace of mind, attach your contact info like your phone number or address to your child's costume just in case.
When picking out costumes, go for bright or reflective flame-resistant materials to keep them visible and safe.
All right, that's cute. That's cute. You have to admit that that's cute. Okay, so happy Halloween to everyone. I'm just going to leave you with this. So I'm going to, as I say, play you out. But before we play you out with this, I know you guys are going to want, okay, maybe I should come back for comments. Maybe I should come back for comments because I know you guys are going to want to talk about this. So remember how Donald Trump says that he knows everything. He's the best at everything, that he won the championship at his golf course, the golfing championship, the putting championship. He's just the best, the best, the best. In the meantime, I know a bunch of his friends, people who he plays golf with. He's a terrible golfer. Okay. But he won't let on. He doesn't let on. He has no flaws, remember? So a couple of people put together a little Donald Trump video of him putting and just showing you how he became the putting golf champion at his golf courses. So I'll play this and then I'll come back. I wasn't going to come back, but I'll come back because I want to see and read your comments. Here we go.
Go, short. Ah.
Could happen.
Go. It didn't break that hard.
Could be.
Get in there. Get in. Get in. Oh, good speed, though. Break. Oh, it didn't break. That's all right. Go. Go in. Go. Go right in the hole. Going right left. Oh. Come on.
Not that they're bad.
That's nice. Do it. Come on. Come on. Oh. Oh my God. It does just crash. Sit down.
Nope, not much.
Let me.
I know more about golf than Arnold Palmer's. You know what? Not even close, says Linda. Come on, guys. He is awful at golf, says Sydney. Terrible. Just count it, Trey. Oh my gosh. Hilarious. He says it's AI altered. I don't know. Maybe it is, but whatever. It is funny. It is hilarious. Okay. It's AI, whatever it is, it's funny. So isn't that club too small for him? I don't know what it is. A garbage hole. That's garbage golf. Is there anything called garbage golf? So real AI, whatever. It's funny. Damn. I thought it would have aced the damn game. Hilarious. That is so hilarious, guys. Thank you. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on your way out before you get up. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you, if you're on TikTok, make sure you follow us. Look for our content. And hit the hearts. And if you're whatever platform you're on, make sure you follow. Look for our content. I'm telling you, our stuff around the country, it's going amazingly. I'll see you live at 5 o'clock today. And wait till election night. You're going to love our coverage. All right. So go and click on the notifications. The thumbnail is up for election night. And click on the notifications and you'll get a notification when we come on election evening. Okay. So we'll see you live at 5 today. Bye. Thanks for watching, everyone. Make sure you hit the like button. It helps us with the algorithm. And also, we'd love for you to become a subscriber. So hit that button, too. We're live every day at 10 a.m. Eastern Time and 5 p.m. Eastern. So there's